All right, and looks like we're live. Just want to make sure, double check. Yes, welcome to Out of the Draft Podcast, episode 24. Of course, we got only two of our four original panel that we usually have. Um,
Annual.
Paniel. I'm Dylan, of course, and
I'm Mitchell. Glad to be here.
it's a pleasure. Pleasure's all mine. How
We're
was your week?
running late.
How was your week?
It's good. Just chilling, working, living life.
Always. Well, NASCAR had an exciting week this week. That's for sure. Um,
Yeah.
Definitely a historic weekend that will never be forgotten, no matter how you slice it. Um, Three first-time winners in all three races at Talladega this weekend, and one special winner for the Cup Series. So, and we'll get into that. But starting off, we had the truck race on Saturday, right before the Xfinity race. Um, it starts off. Ben Rhodes kind of dominated the first stage pretty much. He led everything. Matt Crafton was behind him. Not really much action besides you know, forgetting what's his name, John Hunter Nemechek, just clearing himself on people and just very very aggressive. You knew from the start of the race that this is going to be a wreck fest by the end of it. Just because of the way the trucks would just not be stable. I mean, you would. I personally think the rule for Xfinity and truck that where you can only bump and you can't connect. I
Right.
think
You
that
can't
causes
lock
more of those
on.
wrecks because of it.
I agree.
Because every time you see a wreck is because someone bumped in the center of the straightaway. They usually don't
Right.
do that, but um, it is what it is. And so pretty much stage two was a little bit the same as stage one. It was very short, 20 laps on each, just sprints. And then we had two big wrecks in the middle of stage three that got a lot of our playoff contenders involved. In those, Haley Deegan was in there as well, not just outside of the playoffs. But she was actually doing really well for a super speedway. Honestly, I didn't expect her to be aggressive, but she was one willing to go to the outside and push people. She was really good at pushing. I see the lanes that she was working with. She kind of impressed me a little bit with
Yeah.
drafting because I mean that's really not her thing. You wouldn't expect that at all. And then of course about three times John Hunter Nemechek almost wrecked Matt Crafton, coming out of the corners from pushing so hard. So um, he was just mad aggressive like that. I don't know what his deal was, but he was really causing some chaos. Um, but it is what it is. It came down to two to go, and the caution came out as a green white checkered. You had okay, thank you, Cody. Um, and then a green white checkered. You had someone behind Ben Rhodes. I forgot who that was. Anyways, and then you had Todd Gillen and John Hunter Nemechek on the bottom, um, and pretty much it was just neck and neck. Going into the last or to the back straightaway, the 12 hit got hit and moved up and hit the 99, which screwed up the top lane completely. So it was between John Hunter Nemechek and Todd Gillen, and then of course the rest of the field wrecked in turn three, and then all of a sudden you see four cars, which was Todd, John Hunter, Tate Fulgerman, and Tyler Hill.
Tyler, yeah.
Yeah, Tyler. Okay. Um, and so they were just coming out of turn four. John Hunter got underneath the Todd Gillen, and then Tate was giving him a good shove, and then he literally pulled the same move that Harvick did in 2010 in the middle of the tri-oval. He just moved him up, and then it went right under him. And then, so, it kind of looked like Tate wrecked the four, but from a different angle. If you actually watch the video from behind he actually never left the bottom. The four,
Really?
the four like cut his nose off and
Okay.
wrecked himself. Which I honestly thought he wrecked him personally, but
Yeah, I did too. It definitely looked like it.
but yeah, like from a different angle, you can see where he actually never left the double yellow line. So that's pretty cool. But I was really hoping Tyler Hill was gonna get it, just coming to the line. Of course, they had both wrecked on the inside wall, but man, I don't know. I love the Hill family, so like, I mean, congrats to Tate, no doubt.
Yeah,
But
Tate is. I mean, I don't like Tate, but
yeah,
I mean,
I don't really know. Like, he's not.
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know much about him. Yeah, but I do like the Hill family as well. Like you said, that would have been cool.
yeah, for sure.
Is what it is though. Yeah, I didn't get to see any of the truck race at all. Just watched videos and stuff and so on. I know Crafton, I guess, was mad at John Hunter, of course, like you said.
Yeah.
Ended up coming behind him and slapping him on the butt and gave him a thumbs up sarcastically.
Yeah. It was like he said, "Good racing out there" or something. I don't know. It was really funny.
And then John called him an old man.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's about all I got for that race. I didn't see none of it.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I thought it was a decent race. I mean, there was too many wrecks for me to like, really. I know
Which
this
is
crazy. But
typically how the trucks are.
yeah, I don't know. There's something about like there has to be at least 10 trucks like at the end of it to make it good. But at least it was
especially at the super speedway. So it's without them, you just can't get no runs going, nothing like that, and you get kind of stuck into a single file type situation, and then it just becomes a shoving match, which is, I mean, fair, I guess, but.
I guess. And then, but we have a pretty decent view count right now. I just want to let y'all know that it's not just two of us usually. There usually is a third, but he cannot make it with us. So just bear with us.
Well, there usually is a fourth, but
he definitely can make it with us. But
yeah, so just us two right now. We might get the third later, maybe.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
But there was another race on Saturday, the Xfinity race right after, about 2 hours later, which I knew right then and there that something was going to happen to make it shortened, eventually, just because.
Which is exactly what I talked about the previous week. That it just seems. Typically they don't. Typically they do get them in, but it's a lot of the times they push their luck with it, and that means sun starts going down. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely push their luck for the most part. But it started off stage one. Who won that stage? I think.
Stage one, I don't know. All I know is Allmendinger and 8 wrecked on the final lap of stage one.
Yes.
Hard wreck.
Cindric actually ended up winning stage one because of that. Yeah, Allmendinger completely destroyed first stage of the race. Didn't even get any stage points and finished dead last. So his points day was not too great moving forward. But which of course we're going to a road course, so he'll bounce back.
Yeah. And I mean points wise, he's still sitting way good. I mean he don't have to sweat, even if it wasn't a road course. But of course that makes it a lot better for him going in. Yeah.
I didn't really watch the Xfinity race because I was at work most of it.
Same.
I'm trying to think what all happened.
We can get a quick recap, even though I mean, all I saw was like the last 35 laps, something like that, and not much happened. Excuse me. Let's see, quick recap of the Xfinity race. This is all new stuff. Bubba winning, blah, blah, blah. We'll get there. Oh, I just spoiled it. Sorry.
It's okay. Literally, the title of the video is Bubba Wallace is a Cup Series winner. Let's go to.
There we go. Alrighty. So, trucks. So, yeah, Tate Fogelman wins trucks. All right. Xfinity, Sam Mayer, and AJ Wreck.
Yeah,
After
absolutely.
that, I don't know what lap it is. I'm sure if I played the video, it'd show me. But we had the big one. Oh, that was later on with the whole deal. That was later on.
Well, so stage 2, it was pretty calm and collective for the most part. But we did have a new stage winner for stage 2, which is Blaine Parkins. I don't know. I really don't know who he is or what he does exactly, but he did win a stage. Him and Brett Moffitt finished 1-2 for Our Motorsports, which is really cool for them, and that was great. John Hunter got third. Riley Herbst got a really good stage points with 7 because he finished fourth in stage 2. That's pretty much for stage 2. There wasn't really much that went on there.
Did the Harrison Burton wreck, was that stage 2 or 3? I don't know. I didn't see that wreck. But
I didn't even know that was a thing.
okay. I mean, I just see him in a wreck. So at some point we had a big wreck. Well, we had 2 big wrecks. This one, just by the picture, I see Harrison Burton, the 98, the 54, which was John Hunter for this race.
Oh yes, I remember this.
A couple others.
So like, someone like got into the back of the 20, like going into the corner, but not like touched him, but it was complete air and just spun this car around, like legit spun it around.
Oh, so it was like basically all the other wrecks that we saw then too
Yeah,
as well.
it was literally like the other wrecks as well. Yeah, that was crazy. I think because how small their spoiler is, as soon as you get your car close to that guy in the corner, you just can't hang. Like it's just impossible.
Yeah, right. You lose all air.
Which I mean that is what it is.
Right. So yeah, we had that one. I didn't see that one, but and then later on, this wasn't the final wreck, but it was the last big wreck, I guess, which was the
with Noah.
Yes, Noah Gregson and the 10 car, the 10 car and the O2 car. Like you said, with the air and their spoiler, I think that obviously did play a big part in it. But I don't know, man. When we were watching, I mean, I don't know if you saw this. I know and at least Thomas and I think DCD, which those are the other 2 that would be here. I think they saw it, but because we were texting about it. But I don't know how I felt about this wreck. I mean, I know the wreck was caused by the air because the 10 car packed the air right on the left rear of Brett Moffitt and spun him out. But I really believe that the 10 car did it on purpose. I truly believe it because the previous lap, the 10 was making a move and the O2 blocked as he should. And I mean, it was a big block, but it worked. And so the next corner, or the next lap, I guess, the wreck happened. And just by what Jeb Burton said, that he was basically making a run at the O2 and that the O2 was too late to block, that just didn't make sense to me because the 10 car was halfway behind the O2 when the O2 got loose. So I'm like, how are you making a pass on someone if you're literally halfway pushing them still?
Yeah, I really didn't like what he did. That was just a complete stupid move. Either he did it on purpose or he was just an idiot.
Right. Because, whether he did it on purpose or not, he knows what that's going to do driving to that left rear quarter pound. Like, I mean, what's going to happen.
We've seen it every single plate race in the Xfinity cars since they got to this package.
Right.
You get so close on the opposite side of the left side of the vehicle. It just spins the car out. You don't even have to touch them. Just the air that compacts on the spoiler just wants to just spin it out. I mean, it's just like that was just dumb. And for someone who to me, I mean, he's been in the sport for a while. I mean,
absolutely.
That to me is not
since at least 2013.
Yeah,
At least.
that to me is not a good excuse.
Right.
So
I agree. It didn't make sense to me from his part of, he's blocking late because, I mean, either you're too slow at making your moves. That's what I'm seeing because, I mean, there was no block even needed to be made. He wasn't
yeah,
making a move. I don't know. But, so yeah, after the O2 started spinning, spun down straight into the right rear of the 9 car. The 9 turned hard right directly up into the outside wall. And then the wreck was just on from there.
yeah, that took out 19 cars actually. So
Yeah,
that was crazy.
took out a lot.
But I'm glad Noah was okay because honestly that was the hardest hit I've seen in a while.
Yeah, and then followed it up by just about getting T-boned.
Yeah,
almost. But
I mean that was insane. But and then I don't know what caused the last caution for them to say go back to the scoring loop and not just the picture or not just the moment of caution. I forgot what happened there.
I don't remember either because they didn't have that video on the NASCAR app just now, so I was like, well, I don't know.
Well, anyways, something happened. They went under caution, and because it was going to caution and not to the end of the race for the white flag, they went by the last scoring loop, which that made the 68 of Brandon Brown the leader, the 19 of Brandon Jones in second, and then the 7 in third. Obviously, it was already getting really, really dark as it is. About 7 to go at this point.
Yep.
And then of course Brandon Brown's gonna say I can't see at all, but even drivers behind him was like I can't see.
Yeah, a lot of people were.
Yeah, like the spotters were like I can't see you on the backstretch at all. I'm like
the only one that I heard say that they were good if the spotter could see them was Justin Allgaier.
Yeah,
everyone else said like no, we can't race.
Yeah, Justin was like I can see as long as you can see me.
Right.
Which
is fair. I mean, that
was the best response I've ever heard. It's like it doesn't matter like what happens as long as you can see me. But that is what it is. So I didn't know what else to say for that.
It actually looks like that was the last caution.
Oh, that was?
Yeah, and then I think I believe so, and then it was red flagged for a little bit. Cleaned up, and then by the time they started rolling again, which I think was like around 15 to go or so, they were then still technically cleaning up the track, but then also debating like, is it too dark? And then obviously they rolled it too dark, but because as that wreck ended, Brandon Brown comes out the leader, and they never raced with him being the leader technically. So
yeah, Brandon Brown. I mean, that was his first career win, obviously, in the Xfinity Series. What a cool story, man. They literally work their butts off. Him and his dad. They work and it's not like they just perform on the speedways though. Like they get top 10s on the mile and a half, the short tracks,
road courses. I mean everything. They go out there and race, and I mean Brandon puts it out there.
is pretty good. Like I think, I mean if you can take that type of vehicle and finish in the top 10 with it, like every other week, like I really think that you're something. You at least have something. It's not saying you're the best driver ever, but you definitely have the ability to perform. If it was given into you. Sorry, the comments are really weird, but
what are they?
Well, someone just said the one dude on the left is kind of cute, and Cody goes, "That's sus." So I just keep laughing at it. I have no.
All right.
It is what it is, but
who's on the left for them though? Would that be you?
I
think
yes, I think that would be the left for them.
Okay.
Because it's the opposite of whatever it's shown on my screen. Because I'm on the right.
You're on the left for me.
Okay, well,
Oh, well, I'm on my. Okay, yeah, I see what you're
like
saying.
you see my, do you see my point? Like it would be the
Yeah,
opposite when you're watching it.
right, right.
Um, it don't matter. But oh, Mitch is left. Okay, so you're kind of cute, dog.
Yeah, I guess. Weird. All right. Anyway, cup race.
Oh yeah, the cup race. We actually had that, but not on Sunday, by the way. On Monday because it got rained out. And then of course, Monday we didn't even think we were gonna get a race in just because of the way the weather was gonna look.
Right.
That's stupid. Anyways, yeah. So it starts off the race. We were able to actually get it going. Stage 1 looked, honestly, it was very calm. I expected it to be first stage out early type of thing.
Right.
But I mean, there wasn't. It was very, very calm and collective. The I really don't know what happened at the end of stage 1. Kyle Larson, this is big. I forgot that this happened. Kyle Larson got pin shoved into the wall because of Justin Allgaier.
Right.
He got spun out, and then it went straight into Larson's driver door. That's the caution that ends stage 1. And it was, yeah, like, that ruined his day. Like it was over. He didn't get any
Right.
stage 1 points. He didn't get any, obviously, stage 2 points, which we'll get to that point in a second. And then, of course, he didn't finish well. So, I want to go to his race results and see how much points he actually earned.
He ended up finishing like 33rd, something like that.
37th.
Oh, well, worse than I thought. Never mind.
Yeah, and no stage points. And so he is now only plus 22 from the cut line, and going to a track that, realistically, I mean, Kyle Larson's good anywhere as long as it's not Daytona, Talladega, but I really think that it could be bad for him, right? Like, I mean, anything can happen at the Roval. I mean, look, literally, Chase Elliott overshot turn 1 once. Brad Keselowski's done it.
I mean, if we repeat what happened last year in the Xfinity Series, then yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, we could see the bottom 4 all point their way in.
But like, it
Not
could be
really,
insane.
but
Yeah.
I mean, it could be that shooken up if something like that happens.
What do y'all have you looked at the weather for this weekend?
I have not.
I
hope it rains. That'd be great. I mean, I hope it don't rain like last year because that was
awful.
I think pretty clearly they should not have been on the track. but I don't mind rain though. Rain's great.
Yeah, rain's not too bad, you know. But
they were hurricaning over there, man. That was crazy. I just remember when they showed that one shot. That's what's that?
It was like there were 3 wide, right?
3. So it's like the camera view from like 4 looking back to 3.
Yeah.
And you literally just see cars just piling in, just come wrecking, just slamming into the wall, one after another. And I was like, dude, is this happening right now? It was like just 4 back to back.
What'd you miss? Oh, we're now actually in the Cup race. We just talked about the trucks and Xfinity. So going on to the Cup race. After stage 1, we had a little rain delay again. It started to shower. And then, of course, it red flagged. But that was before the halfway point at lap 94.
Was that when Cody Ware was up front?
That was when Cody Ware was up front, yes.
Could you imagine if that was 20 laps later and Cody Ware won? Could you imagine Tate Fogelman, Brandon Brown, and Cody Ware?
I would have flipped my lid. Like
I would have been like, what the? That's Dega.
Like, a Ware car winning in NASCAR is like insane to me. Like, I don't know. I just can't even imagine that. Like I don't
Thank
know.
God.
I'm
Thank God they weren't halfway.
yeah, I think that would have been bad. But well, moving forward into the race, they got back going. They actually reached halfway, and then all of a sudden you can just sense the intensity just ramp up like 3 laps later after halfway, because of course all of the crew chiefs were like, "Hey, the rain is coming. It's like 5 miles out," and so everyone was just like
Get to the front. Simple as
just
that.
get the front, move. But a big key factor was Brad Keselowski and the 23 of Bubba Wallace. They're both like in the back of the pack in like 18th and 19th, around that area, and they just went to the outside of 3 wide, and Brad pushed or not Brad. It was Kurt Busch, and pushed all the way to the front. Sorry, RWR would never give up charters if they actually won. At least now they hope they can sell one day. Amen to that. I can't. I hope. I hope that they sell a charter. Well, okay. If the 51 finishes below the top 30 in points,
They won't have it either way.
NASCAR can take that charter away from them, which is technically Richard Petty's charter, but that is what it is.
In that case, would they just take it from Rick Ware and be like, "Nah, Richard, you have to use it," or just take it from Richard as
both?
Well?
It would be both. Yeah.
Okay.
It completely. But it's an option. They don't have to rip it away from them, right?
Right.
But I think they will because of everybody wants to buy one, right? It would be NASCAR's biggest like accomplishment to get Rick Ware not being a middle of chicane in the middle of the track.
Right, because they're horrible. I mean, I literally feel like we've talked about it.
Yeah.
3-4 times this season that
they're in the way.
They affect the race outcome. Themselves affect a race outcome.
Yo,
and that's just sad.
How you doing?
I mean, going through lap cars is one thing, but when it's the same lap car over and over and over and over and over affecting who wins a race, like that's just an issue.
Yeah, absolutely. Like they're in the way. Like there's just no.
They're so slow. I'm sure
ridiculous.
Xfinity cars are faster than him. And like honestly though, like they really probably are.
I'm sure they. Well, with the 550 horsepower package, yeah, they are. But
yeah,
that going 5 happened because of the decrease in the charters. Charters are worth what the value. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure I understand what you're saying here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull it up so I can just read the questions too, or not just questions.
Charters are worth what the purchase value is. Okay, technically no, because so if it is taken away from the team, right? If that charter is taken away, that means NASCAR is full control of that charter and who NASCAR sells it to. Now, if Rick wants to sell it to someone else, he can bump up the price of it. So if NASCAR takes it away, it'll be a cheaper charter versus. Well, actually, I mean, I don't think it. Yeah, I couldn't say never. Because,
I think they'd pull it, especially if they had someone that truly wants it and that will actually put a better car on the track than fucking Rick Ware.
Yeah,
I think they'd pull it.
For instance, okay, so let's say Dale Jr. actually wants to go to Cup, right? And
no doubt.
And what's stopping him is because he can't buy a charter. I'm pretty sure that NASCAR would be like, I'm taking that away from him, But the 51 finishing below the top 30 in points, that means he has to finish below the 52, the 00 every week the rest of the season, too. So right now he's like 28th. Oh, I'm not saying I hope you're wrong because of course Rick Ware that's how they get their money, right? Like I don't want someone to go bankrupt because they don't succeed. But I mean, no offense, if you don't succeed in the sport, you shouldn't be there. But I mean, like IndyCar, they do great, and Canada that they do really good in the Penny Card
Yeah, and
series.
the Penties, yeah.
So, but I just for some reason they want to have 4 cards out there when I think they should just focus on one vehicle, and I feel like they can actually get like top 25. You know.
I
Um,
agree. Because, I mean, clearly they got at least some sort of solid funding to just, I mean, simply purchase all the vehicles,
yeah.
you know? So there's some money there, but they need to just use it wisely versus they're thinking, oh, if we put 4 out there and finish last, all 4 of them, I mean, technically that's a pretty good payday for 4 cars. But at the same time, if you could put 2 out there, double the positions that you're finishing and make more money, if financially wise, of course.
Which so I think because going to the next gen is going to hurt Rick Ware because they are not buying older cars. They're
Right,
buying the same exact car, quote unquote, as the rest of the field.
right.
And that's why you see, like, for instance, when the Gen 6 happened, Front Row Motorsports, I mean, they went off and won races,
One, yeah,
because it was a brand new vehicle. So, like, everyone had the same, engineering mindset at the time. But the more and more we progressed in the Gen 6, they got worse. That's just because they didn't have the funding for it. And I think Rick Ware would be the same way. Probably not as fast. I'm not saying they would win, no. But what I'm saying is that they will increase their speed to a point because of where everyone would be at.
right.
Sorry, but we're going on a tangent. Let's finish off what happened in the Cup race, because we have a really exciting point at the end of this. Well, so on and so forth. Bubba got all the way to the outside, got pushed by the one around the top, and then all of a sudden, Chris Buescher got spun off of someone's nose because of a push down the back, wrecked into the wall, collected William Byron, Kyle Busch, Truex Jr., and somebody else. I
I tell you.
I think it was the 37 of Ryan Preece, if I'm not mistaken. But so on and so forth. It collected them, brought it up to caution, and then all of a sudden, Bubba Wallace, of course, is in the lead because he took the lead from the push of the one car. And honestly, I mean, that was amazing. The fact that they went from like 20th to first within like a span of 2 laps was insane. But of course, the caution came out. While the caution was going, all of a sudden it starts raining in 1 and 2 onto the front stretch to the trial oval. Of course, they had to red flag the race, but they were not going to call it right away, obviously. They did believe that they can get the track dried and finish out the laps. That was the goal. And as soon as like they figured like they finally got the track to dry a little bit, and like they were getting some progress, and they were like, "Yes, we're about to go back out." All of a sudden, it just poured. And then, of course, at that moment, NASCAR decided that Bubba Wallace was now a NASCAR Cup Series winner at Talladega. So that was really cool to see. I'm excited for Bubba. I know a lot of people give Bubba grief, right? I mean, that's just, it is what it is. He wrecks a lot of race cars, and sometimes he doesn't perform when, honestly, I think he should. But that doesn't mean that his win doesn't count. Right? I really hated what I saw on social media. Um,
I'm dead. You see that?
I already see it. Yeah. I really hate what I saw on social media because like everyone has, not everyone has won in the rain, obviously, but most people has won in the rain. You know that, right? like, I mean, Dale Jr.'s last win was a rain shortened race. I mean, Jeff Gordon has 5 rain shortened races. Jimmy Johnson
Really?
has 3.
I mean, shoot. Chris Buescher has one in the fog. Like,
Yeah, that's his only
like
win.
for real though.
I mean,
I thought he won at the Super Speedway.
Chris
Didn't
Buescher?
he?
No.
No, I'm just tripping. I guess I don't know.
It's the same guy that was in our chat, by the way.
I know.
But it is what it is. I mean, Chase Elliott's won in the rain shortened race earlier this year at Coda, which,
Yeah.
I mean, it was the same. It was the same thing. I'm trying to think of other drivers that was recent. If it wasn't for a rain shortened race,
Almirola at Daytona.
another super speedway race.
I mean, that's not really recent kind of anymore, but yeah.
Well, back in 2016, Carl Edwards won at Texas at a rain shortened race. And that's what got him to the championship four. Which was ended up being Jimmy Johnson's seventh championship. I can't even talk right now because I'm like furious, but it is what it is. Congrats to Bubba Wallace. That's awesome for the sport. Because as the first black driver to win in a long time and actually get the trophy.
50.
What I'm saying? Like, because they took the trophy away.
Yeah, that's what I said to the Mike in the chat the other day. Yeah, 57 years since African American has won. That's incredible.
Amen. I completely agree to that. And they did. Like.
Anyway, what the hell was I saying?
I don't know what you started off with.
I don't know.
What was you saying?
What were we talking about?
We're talking about Bubba. Oh, you were talking about Mike being.
Yeah, 57 years since African American has won in NASCAR, and yeah, like you said, he gets to keep trophy.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. That's huge for obviously Bubba 2311 NASCAR. That's amazing. Also the first time in NASCAR history that 3 first-time winners have won in the same weekend at the same track.
Yeah.
It's happened before, but it'd be like where Cup is at like Michigan. Atlanta, Xfinity's at Atlanta, and then trucks are wherever, somewhere different. But yeah, so that's pretty cool that's happened.
It was historic all the way around. Like, no matter how you look at it, how you slice it, even if you agree with it, even if you don't, it doesn't matter what you have to agree with. It's official. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like like you can have your own mindset or whatever that looks like, but I mean, Bubba drove to the front. Like, I mean, it's as simple as that.
Then stayed there.
What about Booty Parker? Is he the first crew chief to win in a wheelchair? I have no idea.
That's a good question, honestly.
That is a really good question because I have no idea. No, like I know that's a serious question, but like I have no idea.
Was he in a wheelchair back when he won? How long has he been in a wheelchair?
No, I don't think he was in a wheelchair back then.
Okay. I don't know.
Anyways, Booty. I want to give a huge shout out to Booty because like he's a good crew chief. He really is, and like it doesn't matter what the team is going through, he will stick with that driver, right? Because remember when MWR when they had that whole scandal, he stuck and just stayed there no matter what was going on.
That's not Booty's first Cup win. You might be right there. I don't know. I could have swore that he's been crew chiefing for a while though.
Oh, maybe he was the car chief at one point when they won.
Maybe.
I don't know. Honestly, I can't remember that far back. I can only remember what happened yesterday. Let alone.
Yeah. Historic weekend for NASCAR though.
This is why we need Stat Boy, so he can look up all the stats for us.
I know, man. Like,
where's he at?
Get at the barber shop at 10 p.m. apparently. Seems legit, right?
Seems legit. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean he's not here, so.
Seems legit.
Yeah. That's about all I got for the weekend. I didn't get to see any of the races. So.
Yeah, I got saw the Cup race and the truck race, but that was it. And the Xfinity
Yeah,
race I didn't really watch. So.
all I saw was like the last 30 or so of the Xfinity, and then they wrecked, and that was it. So,
So
is what it is.
so we will move on to news. Obviously, we do make picks for the next weekend as well for people that are now just viewing and listening in. Um, so we'll talk about a little news. We didn't have much this week. Not that I saw.
um, First and foremost, I guess we'll hop in with
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
sad stuff.
Yeah, go ahead and say.
Um, John West Townley was shot and killed. I think Thursday, Friday night, something like that. I'm not sure what day it was, but I mean, long story short, seemed like it was his own issue. Seemed like it was some sort of domestic stuff. Ran in to his ex-wife's home, or like literally ex-wife as of like that week, with a hatchet, and was shot by some other guy. I don't know if it was his boyfriend or what. I don't really state, but yeah. So that's sad. John West Townley. I mean, he never had much of a NASCAR career. Sadly, did get one truck win at Vegas. Then actually, the day after he was shot was the anniversary of that win.
Yep.
Just ironic how stuff like that works out. But yeah, rest in peace, John West Townley.
Absolutely.
That's sad, but
And if you don't know who he is, if you go back to a fight that everyone makes fun of,
that's the greatest fight in NASCAR history. It's the greatest.
Like he was involved in that fight. Prayer saw his family as well. I mean, his dad, who is a co-owner of Zaxby's, if I'm saying that right.
Co-founder.
Co-founder, yeah. And then I'm sure Zaxby's is dealing with that as well. The company, and so sorry to them. Our thoughts are with them.
I could see some crazy shit happening, like people leaving hatchets like at the restaurants.
Oh my gosh.
I shouldn't say that, but I can see it because
yeah.
our world is crazy.
Talking about, so I guess some sad news, because you would hate, sometimes you hate to see a driver leave, but
look, man, I'm not sad.
Listen, you gotta act like it. So Michael Nett to retire from full-time competition after the 2021 season. So a lot of it has to do with, of course, his health problems and the things that he did. But I think he just really wants to spend time with his family, like realistically, like, and just want to just.
That's everyone's excuse when they leave.
Yeah. He has one career win.
I was there.
Yeah, you were there.
Woohoo! The worst Xfinity race in history.
But yeah, it is what it is. I don't have much to say on Michael Nett. I'm not a big fan. But yeah.
Yeah, he'll be out. So I guess that probably means Junior Motorsports won't be a 5-car team. They'll probably just be a 4-car team.
Yeah, well, I think they'll have a
fifth part-time.
Yes, like for special guests,
right. Which is what I expected.
And then probably, which I think they should run a 5th car completely for just the
points, like owners' points.
The owners' points, and like have the 4 Hinder Motorsports drivers in there, and then of course bring Jimmy Johnson in with Carvana for a couple races. Whenever he's not doing IndyCar.
That'd be good. Bringing Carvana, bringing Junior in with Hellmans. I mean, that'd be great. I was actually talking about that with my parents the other day about Johnson. Basically, I think if he was to come back and do anything regarding NASCAR, it'd probably be a one-off race with Junior Motorsports. Maybe 2, but that'd be it. And they were kind of surprised by that, but I mean, we all know he's not going to go back to Cup.
No, absolutely not. I don't think
I don't see him. I
well,
think he's done with
the
it.
only thing he wants to drive would be for Hendrick, right? That would be
Right,
that'd be his dream, and obviously he can't do that with the charter system.
right.
We could have win 4 in a row this season, but you know, Senator won this year. That's random.
Who won the other ones? I mean, Annette, obviously.
Gregson,
Yeah.
Annette, and who?
Reddick, I guess.
Yeah, Reddick. Some other news. We have NASCAR suspended Young's Motorsports #2 truck crew chief Eddie Tacones. I guess that's his name. Apparently for non-racing a violation like of behavior and stuff like that. I don't know what he did, but does anyone actually know what he did?
Is that
That was like
the ARCA series or whatever? Or
no.
is that what you're talking about?
This is the truck series.
Did you see what I'm thinking of though? I don't remember who it was. You would know if I said his name, but it was David Gilliland.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh, that was great, man.
Oh yeah, Jennifer Jo Cobb is his wife. You're right. And so like someone was talking smack about her because obviously she drove. Remember in that crash, she drove right through the field because she had no brakes.
Right,
Like,
and Parker ended up
like
posting about it.
yeah, yeah. Apparently, like he just like fought somebody because talking about Jennifer, but I didn't know that was his wife. Actually,
That's funny. I didn't know that either. That's interesting.
Of course. What other news? There wasn't much. The Big Machine Records #48 Xfinity team will now get their chassis and engineers from RCR next season. Jade Buford will still be the driver. Another news: NBC will now stream Texas, Martinsville, and Phoenix on Peacock, which is paid premium, if you didn't know. In addition to airing on NBC, any pre-race or post-race that is on NBC will also be streamed on Peacock. Thank you, Bob Proctors, because you're saving my life right now. Of course, we had NASCAR's Drive to Diversity Awards. Congratulations to all the winners. I knew that a lot of people won. Oh no. Someone commented, wasn't Kyle Larson a part of this program? Oh no.
Same with Bubba.
Yeah, Bubba won. He won an award. That one chick won an award too. I forgot her name. Tony. The girl named Tony. And then Raja, who's in the ARCA series or whatever, that drives the #6 white car. He's really good.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
Of course, Bernard Pollard won like an ambassador award, which is the NFL player that I was talking to you about with Ally.
Yep.
And then the National Series driver, of course, went to Bubba Wallace right after he won. That's really cool. The team award went to Trackhouse. The track award went to Nashville Super Speedway. And that's pretty much it. That's exciting news that we had a lot of it. I want to go back to the sorry.
Go back to
I was reading the comments. I want to go back to the streaming portion of what that said, because if let's say we do the Peacock and streaming and all that stuff,
right.
I think if we had a paywall, I believe that we should not have commercials on that paywall. Okay?
I mean, I agree, but at the same time, we pay for cable.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I agree. But I have a huge but, obviously. No, but seriously,
It's huge, but
huge but. Um, I want to see a NASCAR race without commercials. Not just because like that's obvious. Everyone wants to see that, but like I think having that streaming would enhance people to pay for it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like if you can watch it on television the same way, or you can watch it on the streaming service, but you get no commercials, but you have to pay $14.99 or whatever that looks like, right?
the difference is though. So regarding like cable TV, and there's a commercial. Obviously, we know that's a break typically for the announcers.
Yeah,
Just they don't. I mean, obviously, I'm sure they talk anyway because they're constantly talking about what's going on and stuff. But
yeah.
technically, that's a break for them. So, what would be in place for that? Would they shoot down to like the Peacock pit box every time,
No, so like
or would it just be
so if you
dull?
watch the 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 NASCAR YouTube streaming thing, if you
Mm,
ever seen that,
no.
um, it when they go to commercial on TV, everything just goes silent and all you hear is the cars on the track and you watch it.
Okay. So just like how if you're watching like the in-car cams and stuff like that on the NASCAR app. Okay.
Yeah, bingo, absolutely. And that's all it would look like. And honestly, I would be okay with that. I mean, because sometimes honestly, I don't want to hear Rick Allen's voice.
I agree.
Like that's just it. Like no offense to Rick, but I'm just like sometimes like, dude, like I can take a break. Like we can go to commercial. we got it.
Yeah, I would like that. Sadly, I think we would still have commercials.
No, I think we will just because
I do think it'd be lesser commercials though. Like do you have Hulu, for instance?
I do actually. Yeah.
When it plays a commercial on there, like sometimes it'll be just one quick 30-second commercial, but other times it'll be like three or four 30-second commercials. I think we'd see something like that. So sometimes it would be really quick, or
Yeah.
sometimes it'd be a little more normal, of like a normal commercial break. But
Yeah.
I think that's probably something like what we'd see. But I mean, who knows?
So like I'm okay with commercials under caution, like under caution, right?
Right.
So I want commercial free green flag. I think that would
See,
be really cool.
and that's different. That's a great idea.
Yes,
I would like that actually. That'd be great.
because
All
you still get the
all green flag
commercials.
racing.
You still get
Right.
them commercials under caution. Obviously, when they get done pitting, you go to commercial, and honestly, right before they come back, on like you
Like
don't have
coming
to.
off of four.
Yeah,
Well,
you can
unless it's like Bristol or Martinsville, because you need
right.
just a little bit more time for that.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. So they would average it out before like whatever that time is. To come back and
right,
just be like, boom, like here we
right,
are.
all green. It's simple as
Yeah, like we don't have to hear
that.
like who got penalized, all that stuff, because honestly, you're gonna know because like you're just gonna know who got penalized. They talk about it throughout the whole race, anyways. Like, oh, he just came back from a speeding penalty. He's back in the top 10. Like, so
Right,
you know what happened. Like
right, and they can still update you. 10, 5, 10 laps into a run. When things start to calm down just a little bit, string
yeah,
out and stuff. You can be like, oh, in case you're wondering, if you weren't, I mean, if they did do like the side by side, you know, if they did, but say they didn't, be like, oh, well, if you don't see the 5 car, he was too fast exiting on pit road, blah blah blah, so he restarted, till the end of the field, blah blah. He's 25th right now, but
I,
they could still update just a little bit later and not be the first priority coming back, of course. Um, I do
this
like that.
this
That'd
is
be great.
interesting. So the not Ryan Vargas guy,
Yeah.
he said I watched the Twitch stream mostly anyways. I like to chat because I have nobody to watch the race with. Um, that that is so interesting to me because like I feel like every time I get to watch a race is because it's with a lot of people. Like so I've gotten a lot of people from my job to get invested in and actually come and watch it with us. Um, and so like the fact that honestly some days I'd rather watch it by myself. Like I feel like I get to just enjoy, get to listen to what I want to listen to, and just like
I agree, especially because sometimes, I mean, having like a nice party and such, even if it's
yeah
only like 3 or 4 people,
yeah
but having, dinner with a bunch of people and stuff and watching the race, it's great by all means. But there's some times where there's maybe a certain part of the race or a certain race where you're just wanting to watch
yeah
and everyone's just kind of talking. So you're just,
yeah
and it's not that you're not paying attention, but you're paying a whole lot less attention because
yeah
you're trying to, hold conversations with people and be a normal human being. But that's sad. You need to like message us and be our friends because we're
yeah
always talking
absolutely
about them.
yeah
I
like
mean, it would be much different because ours would be just be text chat, but
no I mean yeah it would be different but it would be the same in a sense. Um, like I don't know. I don't know who you are. Like I don't know how you found us. I would like to
I
know
mean,
that.
he's not Ryan Vargas. We know that.
Yeah, you're not Ryan Vargas, so that's good. That's a positive.
What if it really was? We're just hating.
Yeah,
That'd be dead. No, but I mean, I typically when I do get to the
you're
races,
got NASCAR Discord. Yes, I have NASCAR Discord. I know
I
that
do.
he.
I need to get it back. I just have it, but
Yeah, so that Discord is so awesome. Obviously, you don't read the random chats because like that's just a bunch of people acting retarded or dumb, I should say. Um, and like just absolutely just dumb, right? But yeah, it is was this. Sorry.
yeah, a lot of times, like I know what you're saying, for him on your side or his side and your side for
Yeah,
being alone because a lot of times I am alone
yeah.
when I watch hers. I mean, technically, so most times Lauren will be there, but she's
She's
not
not
really
watching the
engaged.
race. Yeah,
She's on her phone or whatever. So a lot of times I am by myself, and it is nice in a sense because you get to just chill and watch the race and ingest what you're watching, and really
yeah.
diagnose it and stuff.
Absolutely.
But then there's a lot of other times where I'm on his side of it and I'm constantly blowing up our chat.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
you
Yeah.
see it.
No.
I'm
Absolutely.
like,
Because
oh
like
shit,
there's
every 5 minutes I'm sending something. And on top of that, I'm also sending my parents stuff.
yeah. Like there's sometimes that I'm like how are you texting me this? Like I don't even know what you're talking about. Like like I mean like it's
Especially if like you're streaming and I'm not because I'm ahead.
yeah. I'm like what? Like you say, oh my gosh, you wrecked, and I'm like, who? Like
Ooh, we're green. What are you talking about?
we just went green. Yeah, I'm on lab 10. What? uh, did you have any other news though? On your end, I did not.
No, I honestly didn't do much preparation for
Uh,
this podcast this week. Sadly, just didn't get time. But golly, man, I look like I've been freaking sun, bro. You can't really see it as much as what it is there, but like
that's cool, man.
this hole is just like a line from my sunglasses. Because this is off topic, but yesterday I went kayaking and I got out there like 6:45, and I didn't get back to my car till like 4. It was like 4:20. I was out there like 10 hours in the sun.
So that's cool that you and your brother keep a phone duo call throughout the race. That's really cool.
A phone duo call was that?
So like he's talking about on Discord, like when like, they just call
Oh,
and then
okay,
like
okay.
what? Yeah. That's really cool. Um, that's all the news I had. No other things to discuss besides picks. Am I right?
Yeah, we flew through this. I mean, I expected to, but
Yeah. We just got picks. Y'all excited for picks? The chat, y'all excited?
yeah. The what? Two
Uh,
people in here because we're both on.
yeah. Pick time. Woohoo!
Woohoo.
That's what I'm talking about. The enthusiasm.
All right, let me load up NASCAR. Is it just two, or do we got all
Yeah,
three this week?
it's two. Uh, I'll start off with we have on Saturday afternoon at 3 p.m. I'm guessing. Yes. Oh no. Yes, 3 p.m. We have the Drive for Cure 250 presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina. That's oh gosh. It is actually on NBC as well. So not only the Cup race, but the Xfinity race will be on NBC. That's
Really?
that's cool.
That's good for them. Because they
Um,
saw the way it was last year, and it was like, oh, we got to put this one on the head channel.
um, of course, Austin Center got the pole because of the way we do qualifying now and so on and so forth.
Uh,
But
Brandon Brown should be up front somewhere, though.
well, he'd be below. He'd still be below the.
Well, I know. Yeah, I know it'd be below the 22, but I just mean up front a little. Oh well.
No, like because it goes the playoff drivers first, and then
That's fucking lame.
it is. It actually is. So how we do our picks, I just want to let you know. So we do a bad run. Who is gonna have a good run? Okay. And then we have your winner, obviously, for the people that's watching. So who's gonna suck this week in Xfinity?
Oh, Xfinity. Who's gonna suck? Besides the obvious, go with Brandon Jones. He's not much of a road racer, I don't think. Yeah, I mean he sucks, so he's gonna have a bad run.
I'm actually gonna get. So I'm gonna look at the playoff standings, see where we're at.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Um,
It's kind of tight. I mean,
so I'm gonna go with someone who's gonna have a bad run. It's gonna really hurt them as well. Harrison Burton's gonna have a bad run this week.
do you think he still makes playoffs though? So who do you think gets in?
Jeb Burton.
I don't know about that. I think Harrison's a better road racer than Jeb.
Okay, so this is my thought process. Okay, so ever since the AJ came to colleague, okay, the other cars perform as long as they do, and
I agree with that 100%. But it's Jeb Burton. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, I mean, I personally like Jeb a lot, but he isn't doing nothing with his life right now.
So the Xfinity bad run for Stat Boy is Noah Gregson. He's gonna have a bad run this week.
That's not good. I mean, he's only plus 18 right now. I mean, that's sitting decent, but especially being Roval, because he does run decent there. But if he does have a bad run, he could easily be eliminated.
Oh, for sure. What the hell am I looking at, Cody? Oh, suck pick. Daniel Hamrick. That's what you said. I saw a bunch of names and I was like, what is going on? So
Oh yeah, I see.
Since we did our suck pick, now it's who's gonna need a good run this week?
Good run. debating it. I mean, everyone needs a good run, but who's gonna get a good run? I don't know. I'm gonna go with AJ Allmendinger. I mean, not. I'm sorry, Justin Allgaier, not AJ Allmendinger. The reason I say Justin Allgaier, he's way good on points. But I think he needs a good run to really build momentum going into this final round of the playoffs.
That's good. So
Well,
his good.
not technically the final, but you know what I mean.
No, I got you. His good run is Austin Cindric. So mine is actually going to be is Jeb Burton actually. So I think the final four who gets out will be Harrison, Snyder, Herbst, and Clemens, obviously. But yeah. So and then obviously Cody's is Justin Haley, who needs a good run. Who's gonna win?
Oh, shit. Who's gonna win? AJ. Can't go wrong being the Roval. He won last year, obviously in the rain. He's gonna be quick, man, and I think he's gonna have a lot to prove following that early exit last week. He's gonna want to win.
Well, so DCD went the same route you did with AJ Allmendinger. I'm gonna go with Justin Allgaier. Actually, I don't know. I just have a weird feeling.
I can see it. Interesting.
And then he's picking Noah Gragson, of course. But now we go to the Cup race.
Yeah. Takes us to Sunday night or day. Sunday. August 10th, 2 p.m. Eastern. It'll be on NBC, like you said. Also, it's not on MRN this week. It's on PRN. Changing it up. I don't know why. Couldn't tell you. But so if you're a radio listener, PRN this week instead of MRN. It's the Bank of America Roval 400. It's 109 laps, 252 miles. Your pole sitter will be Denny Hamlin. And like I said, the race is at 2 p.m. So, who's your suck pick?
My suck pick is actually going to be Brad Keselowski. He's just never had a good look at the Roval. Yeah, we've only been there 3 times, but he just struggles. So, my suck pick is Brad.
I can see that. My suck pick. There's just so many good drivers, realistically. I'm going to go with Joey Logano. I think he's going to suck. I don't think he's going to get any playoff points this week, stage 1 or 2. And I think he could potentially be eliminated.
I have the same feeling about Brad. So,
tight, man. Tight.
Dude, no one's safe. No one.
Yeah, no one. I mean, the 10th, 11th, 12th place, they're realistically must-wins regardless. But everyone else for that final spot to be eliminated, I mean, they could lose it on points. Or win it on points, obviously. But, yeah, if you don't get any stage points,
it's going to be a long day.
You need to be sweating because it's going to be tight.
Cody, your suck pick went with Kyle Busch. That actually was my first suck pick, and then I was like, I'm going to go with someone out of the box. And then DCD did Joey Logano as well.
Interesting. Who's your good run pick?
My good run pick is actually going to be Alex Bowman. He has an average finish of 3rd here For the first 3 races, he has a top 5 average finish. I think that'll continue, but unfortunately, I don't think that'll make him advance into the next round.
Well, no. I mean, he has to win.
I just.
I mean, realistically though, could he technically point his way in? If he won stage 1 and 2, that'd be 20 points. That'd drop it to 32. I mean, he could, but he would have to have them top 3 not get any stage points and finish dead last.
Yeah.
So technically, but so yeah, my good run pick. Obviously, I got to go with 4-car. He needs a good run. He's only -9. It's close, but coming into the Roval, chasing Busch, Elliott, Blaney, Truex, Keselowski, even. I mean, that's a tall order going into the Roval for Harvick to try and run them down on points. So he's had to do everything he can just to try and advance and hope for a little luck and maybe create a little action if he needs to. Just not Martinsville wise, because that was horrible.
Spins himself out.
Stupid, man. Just imagine if he didn't do it. Just spin Busch. How do you not just spin Busch?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway.
Kyle Busch's best finish at the Roval is 30th. That's insane.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Shit. I didn't know that. I mean,
Harvick's is second.
Maybe do it then.
2019.
Yeah.
Well. Oh, this win pick is gonna be hard for me, actually.
What's their good run picks?
Oh, they're good run picks? Oh yeah, sorry. I apologize, I forgot that when I was doing that. Alex Bowman for DCD. And then his is Ryan Blaney.
I can see that. You got winning the Roval. Yeah, I feel the same way.
I think I know who's going to win. It's just 3 in a row is really hard to do. Yeah, I'll just do it. Chase Elliott. That's just really hard to do. 3 in a row. It'd be pretty impressive, but
yeah, it would.
Mickey Fowson, 29-18. Oh my gosh.
My win pick. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and if this person does win, it could very well eliminate Harvick. So that sucks. But my win pick is gonna go back to back on the Rovals. It's gonna be Christopher Bell.
Honestly, that was my second option. I'm not even joking. I was like, Christopher Bell, Chase. Christopher Bell, Chase. So I was thinking Larson could do something this weekend.
I think he's gonna be strong. I mean, I know the stats don't show it, but the stats also
in the same
right,
yeah.
Right. So and I think that's obviously been a whole game changer for him this season, especially road course wise, because their road course program is on point right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna be strong. I think.
I just don't. I think it's going to be a very chaotic race. Okay?
I agree.
So, with that, I think with Larson's only plus 22, I think
he can play it safe.
He's going to be a very safe card this week. And that's not meaning anything because there's nothing wrong with being safe. But it's just to win the Roval, you have to be physical. Like you just do. Like, I mean, look at the first year. Literally, Jimmy Johnson wrecked into the 78. Of course, Ryan Blaney won, but the the year after 2019, Chase Elliott completely destroyed turn one and head on, but he muscled his way through the field, got back to the win. 2020.
Sucks, man, because I felt like Harvick was going to win that race.
I mean,
He had a good car, man. Not as good as Chase, obviously, but he did have a good car.
No, he did. Like, okay, so when Chase did that, I was like, oh, this is Harvick's race. Like, that's what I said. I was like, oh, this is
I thought so too.
And then all of a sudden, you like top 10 at 3 laps, and I was like, what type of car is this? Like, this is illegal. Like, I was like,
Suck is what it is, though. But yeah, I mean, you're like you said though, you're gonna have to be physical, and
I just don't think I don't think Cliff Daniels will allow Kyle Larson to be physical. That's the thing, because Cliff Daniels is very smart, and I really think Kyle listens to him because he doesn't really know, right?
what if we see Chase not say in winning mode,
Yeah.
and just run top? I mean, he's gonna run top 10, I expect. But what if we see Harvick wreck Chase for points? Just throwing that out there, or vice versa.
I mean, it's gonna be insane, right? Like it's gonna be to the closest point that we've seen Brad and Jeff Gordon, I think. Like back in 2014. Like I'm serious.
Yeah.
Because realistically, I think on the racetrack, I think they're both like they're not gonna race each other dirty, but they're not gonna race each other clean when it needs to be, right?
Right.
So wrecking him, I don't know. I mean, like wrecking each other, I don't know until it comes to it. But if that does happen, it will not settle. Like, I can tell you that right now.
Oh yeah, no, it'll go into next year type thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like it will. It would be like the David versus Goliath type of thing, you know. It just will not stop until.
Yeah, I agree.
But I don't see that.
I don't either. I don't realistically. Harvick's not going to be able to catch Elliott anyway. So.
I'd say that, but I mean, if he has a decent enough car, but their road course this year, they have been off. Like they've been bad. Like
bad.
And I don't know why, because at the 750 horsepower packages, that's where they're the best.
Right.
Which last year was the opposite.
Right.
And that's weird how that is, but. I don't know. So, it's like when they turn right, they forget to fix the shocks on the other end of the car.
They still got oval shocks on. Which it works a little bit there, but...
Yeah, you can get your fastest lap with these shocks. You just can't pass.
Yeah.
No, but that is what it is. I think we will see probably the most aggressive race we've seen all year.
Shit.
Just because of the way the points are at right now. Are you going to say me and DCD's picks? Oh, shit up, bro. Okay, DCD had Chase Elliott winning. And then you had AJ Allmendinger.
I didn't see he was running that race.
So you got AJ... Oh, okay, no.
I didn't think about that. That's not bad. I don't know though. I think the Roval. I don't think AJ could win at.
I think there's too much horsepower in the corners.
I agree, and I think that's where he's gonna get beat. I mean, I don't know. We don't really know where the collar equipment is because we only see AJ in that car in road courses.
Yeah.
So I mean, it'd be a little bit better to see him, at a mile and a half or something, see really where that team stacks up because we know. I mean, in my opinion, AJ is better than Justin. But
oh, by the way, we already
what?
talked about Daniel Hemrick about. Oh,
yeah, last week.
What did y'all find out who the spotter was? Did you find that out? It should be
No,
Brett Griffin. So Clint Boyer's spotter.
I thought he retired with Clint.
Supposedly, not anymore. Now a colleague.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's actually really cool to see. But
Yeah. I don't know what I was gonna say.
I don't know.
Oh shit. Yeah. I don't think the college equipment is there. I mean, we could be wrong. You know, I mean, we saw him run really well to Roval. I know that's different. Or the Indy Roval. I know that's different. But I mean, you never know. Could you imagine if he does go out there and win a
That'd be
second
crazy.
cup race? Man, he'd be on top of the world. I love AJ though. Ironically, I had a dream the other day that I bought the Homestead tickets for next year.
Oh really?
Yeah, and went down to the race. Of course, we had pit passes. I met AJ in the pits, and then was down on the infield for the ceremonies and driver intros and stuff. And then I woke up. I was like, all right, that was a good dream.
That was a decent dream. Anyways, do you have anything left to say?
Um, shit, I'm tired. No, it's gonna be an unpredictable weekend of the Roval. I don't know what to expect going into there. I never do. I feel like we're surprised every single year with not trucks, but Cup and Xfinity.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen them wreck for the win. We've seen it freaking absolutely destroy them with rain. Seen the leader completely destroy his car, come back and win. We've seen, I mean, all kinds of shit.
You know someone that we haven't talked about.
Briscoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he should be a wild card by the end of this.
I agree. I expect Briscoe to probably finish top 10. I don't think he's going to run top 10, but I think eventually he's going to get the car turning better throughout the race and make his way through the field, get top 10 out of it. But, I mean, who knows? They might fire off real well and give him all a run for the money. I mean, as we know, he won the first ever Charlotte Roval race, period, technically.
Yeah, ever.
I mean, he could. He'll be a wild card. He's good at road courses, as we know.
What the hell? Cody, you're weird.
Curry demolished you. Yeah, no, I don't have anything else this week. I didn't really prepare for this week.
Well, I just want to say thank y'all for watching. This is a really good episode. A lot of chat reactions and stuff like that. So thank y'all for tuning in, and I appreciate the support. Don't forget, we do this every Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new. That's all we got for you.